Hi, my name is Rochelle, and I wanted to tell you a little bit of a story about my son, Toby. Toby is 25 years old, and he is autistic. And he's been autistic since he was born, but he didn't get the diagnosis until he was about 6 years old. And when he first was diagnosed, I spent a lot of time reading stories and watching movies and interviews and hearing people talk about what it was like to raise a child with autism and to caretake for an adult with a disability. And it was often framed as a melodrama or a tragedy. But hopefully, if I can share some stories about Toby with you, you will see that our life is anything but. It is more like a comedy or a sitcom. And Toby is that eclectic breakout star with big main character energy. Even from the beginning, Toby always let us know about his presence. Even from when he came home from the hospital, he never slept more than 2 hours at a night or at a time. He would make sure that we knew about him at all hours of the day and what he needed and what he wanted. He was never even that kind of typical child that would want to do what, other kids did, like wear costumes at Halloween. He absolutely refused. And I would have to tell people when we were trick-or-treating that he was going as difficult. I knew something was off, though, by the time he was about 4, when he wasn't reading or writing, of course, but he also wasn't speaking. But what he could do is engage in what's called echolalia, and he could recite his television shows word for word, verbatim. And one of them was Be My Valentine, Charlie Brown. And it was odd because he could recite Elizabeth Barrett Browning's poem. You might remember, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. I love thee to the depths and breadths and heights my soul can reach. And it goes on for about 68 lines. Toby could recite all 68 lines verbatim, word for word, with Sally's lisp, because that's what she does in the TV show. Even today, he can recite all of every single Harry Potter movie from start to finish in the correct British dialect of each of the characters. If I were to text him right now and say, you sit on a throne of lies, it would start a 2-week back and forth text message thread between me and Toby reciting every line from the movie Elf. He's also kind of, his main character energy doesn't extend just to kind of reading or writing or talking. He has painted the carpet purple. He has dumped 50 pounds of sugar and flour and rice into the kitchen floor to make snow angels. One Sunday evening, he walked by my master bedroom door and he was wearing a inflatable duck floaty. And he was wet from head to toe. And I asked him, why are you wet? And he said he was making a swimming pool upstairs. He had pulled his plastic toy box from the bedroom into the bathroom, filled it with water, pulled it back into the bedroom, and proceeded to dump 2 inches of the entire upstairs bedroom floor that crashed through the garage ceiling. He also went through a naked phase and a running away phase that coincidentally coincided for the exact same time, which was how I met my neighbors. He one time came into the kitchen and handed me my iPad and told me that he didn't take it into the bathroom and pee on it, which I think he did. But he is just the most interesting and engaging child and now adult that you could have living in the house. I tell people it's a lot like living with that kooky neighbor. He's always upstairs rattling around. You can hear him. You can't sometimes see him, except when he comes barging downstairs for pizza and orange soda. And so our lives are nothing short of surreal, sometimes a little absurd, never tragic, never depressing, but always funny and always a comedy. Thank you.